And the Boombot, oh, that's decent damage. It's definitely going to make Katsumi second guess another duel, and job done for now. They were able to push back that top octagon defense. But this hookah control, Mel, oh boy.
Well, she's actually hiding just behind her toxic screen, but Diana seems to be very ready for that.
Bird!
But the flash and the double peek to come out. Alexis gets the first blood and capitalizes on that double kill as Itnon Han will fall. And that opens up the B site just for, or actually it stops down the B site push. And for the rest of the players, they had to fall back. They had to try to fight somewhere else. And Flowerful eats a shock dart.
Just insult to injury. Wow. Although Flowerful, she does make it into pocket. That does mean a little bit, but man, Jazzykin, she's got full control in U-Haul. That's just going to make this hard. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get the spike down.
Well, it's looking that, thankfully, with a Nebula that came out here towards you, they do allow to get this plant, a wall bang from Annie Dro into the APC, and that is only going to be KP to fall as well. Alexis actually gets a quad kill into this round, and what I wanted to highlight a little bit there, too, is just Cloud9 White using utility quite well to split everything all across the map.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just the communication is coming through strong for Cloud9. You know, I mentioned the fact that Shopify, they did their due diligence. They pushed Cloud9 White's defense off of that top octagon, top B area. But as soon as that happens, Mel then takes control in hookah. Then she brings her teammate Alexis over, asks for a bird, and they just do a double push. It's beautiful, beautiful mid-round decision-making coming through for Cloud9 White, and they're rewarded for it.
And because as a spectator, and we see the X-ray, it's like, oh crap, Diana's actually going to get this kill onto Mel. She's not in a great position, but that was really nice from the guided light. And what's even nicer is the martial shot coming out from Annie Dro. A little bit of a gravity well to try to push her, or prevent her from pushing back, but nobody else from the attacker side is pushing forward. But here's the pinch on that defense through the teleporter, guided light, couple of trades, and it's a boom bot to give the advantage for the women's side of Cloud9 White on a 3 versus 1. At least these trades are, you know, making things a little bit more expensive for C9, but they only lose 2 players, so they're still going to be looking pretty okay on the bonus on the next round.
A-okay indeed. And I think just the idea that they're showing, hey, we're not afraid to just TP and pounce on you if you test our showers. That kind of early on message in itself will definitely be in the back of Shopify's minds. So they're definitely going to want to try to fight for this top B once again and just eliminate that possibility somewhat.
Yeah. And what we have for this top B control for Shopify Rebellion is potentially going to be this boom bot again from Diana, with also support from Itnon Han with a Trailblazer, a guided light if needed. But we are changing things a little bit with the defender wall from Mel. That forces a lot of HP being dealt with when you're trying to cross these walls.
Oh. It's a decent pickoff, and they want more. Cloud9 White, Panini's doing so much damage. She's going to make Cloud9 White second guess that push and completely make them get back. Again, Mel. Look at Mel. She's got hookah control.
Yeah. Even you have right now on that minimap, as you could see, Panini is watching that flank, so you could potentially just go for a little bit of noise. Actually, they're going to satchel charge in just to try to get info, and it's Mel with the first kill. And paint shells, we talked about that utility at the beginning. I was going to say, they could try to sell a bit of a fake and take that teleporter, but they committed a lot going into that B site. And now it's only 2 players remaining for the A site plant.
Yeah, the spike should go down, and Astra does have short A control, so that gives them another opportunity. But KP, she's going to want to find a pick here.
The Aljon to come out first from Annie Jo just to try to clear out some, or get some information. She spots both of them.
No.
So this is going to be deadly. Even Panini pinged on top of that. The boom bot to spot them both in the front. This is not good news at all here for Panini and for KP. They only get 1 kill, and the easy defuse, a nice retake. Nothing even more that was needed right now from Cloud9 White to try to get the defuse, because those 2 guided lights were still there for Alexis if needed.
Okay, Shopify Rebellion need to do something about Mel in hookah. She's just, they need to push her back. They need to push her off. Just the timing with this Molotov coming through for Viper. Not only does Mel get the kill, but it results in a paint shell kill as well. Just the choke points right now. Cloud9 White, they're controlling them.
Yeah. I think potentially here, if you're in the shoes of Shopify Rebellion, is really to start using Diana potentially to try to clear out Mel inside hookah. just the boom bot, the classic boom bot to try to get some information, the pain shells to get her outside of hookah, just to force potentially rotates or even a passive play to allow a more aggressive push from Shopify Rebellion on the attack. But it's not going to be this round. We're going to be on an eco going in with a Spectre in the hands of KP. A half buy to be healthy on to the next, and they're just looking to see if they could punish Cloud9 White on more aggressive pushes.
That bird should give some sort of information, but Shopify, they want to regroup. They want to hit the say. The drone should be going out. And, you know, we talked about Mel and Hookah. She's towards U-Haul now. And again, her mollies are just, it's going to slow everything down.
Yep. The first Viper Cloud, then a Snake Bite. She could continue to jiggle peek and even put another one onto the ground. You see another star close by being set up by Katsumi just in case she gets pushed in. And here we go. Here comes the, what a shot by Diana! Landing off the satchel charge, a bullet in the dome of Mel, and that's potentially another way how you can take her down.
Brute force. You gotta brute force it, Vans. The spike is gonna get planted, and the fact that this time Shopify have some control. They've got the lesser weaponry, but this time they've got U-Haul control. The tight corners, maybe get some quick trades, and this round might be doable here.
I like it because it's actually a Spectre and a Phantom playing the close range battles in front of you. A little bit of a bait and switch as the paint shells are ringing in right now from the defender side of Jazzikins. Alexis with the first blood on the retake. KP still jiggling back and forth, looking for this spray kill. They're running and gunning onto Katsumi, but now the Phantom, or actually the Phantom's still, it's actually down. KP eating the showstopper. Panini on her own, a 2 versus 1, just trying to play the clock. She has no more stars to work with, and unfortunately there, it's Alexis that gets the kill, and the fuse is also going to come in for Jazzikins. It almost worked out on a half buy going in for SR, but just not enough.
So close though, so dang close on a thrifty, no less. That should give Shopify a little bit of wiggle room at least, kind of reinforce their ideas. Hey, you know what? That round was a lot closer. We're getting there, ladies. Let's keep our head in the game. And I do wish that Panini, you know, she did her best. I was gonna say maybe if she talked until the sound cue, especially because there was only 4 seconds left on the spike, but 3v1. I mean, she wanted to get that early pick. Looks like early shower contest this time. Annie Dro, she's stuck in a suck, and there's an operator on her back here.
Wow, and she's even re-pushing back out. And the pinch coming once again. Yeah, the flash, and then you also have the sucks that are coming out from Katsumi, and that's just so much pressure going in for this split. The last 3 players forcing back towards this A-side halls, pushing them back towards the market. But what's there? Katsumi with the stars once again. So she starts off with the Nebula inside the hookah. 3 players looking to push out towards hookah on the numbers advantage. They're just trying to at least, they got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, Katsumi's got the defense. She's all alone though. The TP does come through. That should.
Nice.
Oh no, that's a free sight. The Viper ult is gonna go down. This is a 3v3 post plant.
Okay, are you all playing inside this Viper pit or not? Actually, you're leaving potentially one walking towards elbow. You're trying to get a little bit more space. Flowerful has a nice kill onto Mel indeed, who's trying to walk out of hookah. But now here comes a flank from Alexis. Annie with an operator. This is going to be difficult to retake, and I love it from KP. Continue to push forward, but she does also get the kill onto Flowerful, but that's not enough. Alexis gets dropped as we were watching that flank as the Viper's pit comes down, and we finally have the first point on the board for Shopify Rebellion on the first half, but it did come sooner than we saw than Haven.
Oh, a lot sooner, and I'm actually curious about the money situation here for Cloud9 White. It's low. It is very low. This is almost the perfect scenario you want Shopify Rebellion to be in. You know, you kept chipping away at Cloud9's economy. Sure, they're up 4-0, but hey, you convert this round and all of a sudden, we've got a tied game on our hands. So definitely for Shopify, this round will be everything. Yeah.
Very, very important round to also bring that confidence back here on these battles. But Cloud9 White, they don't want to let anything back. They're just pushing forward. They catch KP off guard, and the showstopper is going to come out into the attacker side from Showers. But Jazzikins, meanwhile, gets another kill towards the short side. A boom butt as Diana eats it for a bit of damage. And that is all Jazzikins, all she wrote. The spike is down. Panini cutting the rotations as Annie falls. But just behind is going to be Mel going for that peek. The cannon seeks out of the barrel, the gun rather. But Mel still gets the battle. She still wins that fight. That's it. Only one more to go. It's a 2K.
Oh.
And that's going to be it, not Han with the Seekers, indeed.
It's gonna go out, and every kill matters here for Han.
Oof.
Oh, the bird right in her face, and Mel is happy about that one. Another round converted, and man, Shopify Rebellion, you can't expect Jazzykins to just W through short A
It's
like
insane.
that, right?
It's insane.
It's crazy. It was unaccounted for. Jazzykins absolutely throwing in some spicy flavor there, and Shopify Rebellion were not ready for that.
And it's not only that, Christina, as you're mentioning, like, you can't let Cloud9 just push the way that they did, but Jazzykins, when she gets that kill into short, she even turns around for a 180 to put a boombot back towards A side just to see where the pressure is coming from Showers. So just to do that, to be selfless as at the same time as being selfish, is actually really nice that you kind of wanted this roster to continue this dominance on the first half.
Absolutely. Things have slowed down a little bit. I mean, I feel bad for Diana as well. I mean, if we think back, she had busted out the showstopper outside of Shower to try to quickly stop that short A push that was happening, but Anidro just bob and weave and dropped through the TP, and that rocket just did nothing in that round, so unlucky for these ladies. As I said, they've got the sheriffs out here, though.
The good old -8 that you would see in chat from time to time. But now it's going to be Shopify Rebellion's just holding back the ground, trying to see if this aggression's going to come back. And finally, we have to get something done, right? That clock is running down. We're starting with these body peaks. We got a bit of damage done here onto Jazzykin, but at what cost? It's also KP low on HP. And they still haven't budged anywhere, Christine.
Yeah, not a lot of ground. Looks like the regroup is going to be coming through. At least the spike is going to be going towards B here.
Yeah, that's what you needed. You got to get the pain shells out. You got to get the satchel charges in. You got to clear that space, and it's going to be Diana. Cannot connect on that kill onto Alexis, and look at deniability. The snake bites on the ground, the gravity wells. Mel with an off angle towards shoulder, or elbow, should I say. And that's just everybody dropping like flies once again. And look at the crosshair placement and how calm that is for the shots coming out from Mel. Cloud9 White. Oof.
Crisp and clean, Vansilli. Crisp and clean. Mel is feeling good right now. She, as we said, I mean, she's on her stomping grounds, and here comes a timeout for Shopify Rebellion. I hope that these ladies are reminding each other right here that, you know, these rounds have been extremely close. Just taking a look at the economy, one glance at it is all the answers you need to verify and confirm that. So definitely for these ladies, I think they just need to keep going at it.
Yeah.
Keep chipping away.
Across the board, even for Cloud9 White, it should still be good to go for a few rounds here should they lose this next one. So the timeout, I was wondering when it was going to come out. It's good that it's coming out now. You're going to be able to get a full gun round coming out here from Shopify Rebellions. You're going to have a Hunter's Fury, or you're going to try to battle for some orb control. Because so far, Christine, when Shopify Rebellion were working towards the shower side, they did a lot of these gravity wells to boom bots, and they really pushed Anidro away. So it's easier for them to gain this showers control, but they can't really add more on top of that for the rest of the map. They can't do this split.
I mean, it's because they got PTSD, right? I mean, you think about it, you think about pistol round, and then you think about, I believe it was the 5th round where they just did that TP crunch, you know?
Yeah,
and I said, after pistol, they're sending a little message. They're going to be in the back of Shopify's mind, and you start to get a little bit nervous about being in that part of the map. So definitely, again, top B control is going to be priority here. They've got to push these ladies back off of it. And inherently, that shower control will slowly come as time goes on in the round. Mel, this hookah control, it's been a crux.
Oh, yeah, especially now that you have a Viper's Pit there, so that's going to slow things down a lot for Shopify Rebellion to try to get a map control, but look how much it's spread out. It spreads all the way down towards like the connector of Fountain to Short Sands. And here comes a Hunter's Fury from Anidro. It connects onto one. Can she capitalize with the kill? Unfortunately not, but at least that's information there. Pain Shell's ringing right after from Diana from Long B. A recon dart to come out at the same time, and she's just trying to do everything that she can to slow things down. Inside that nebula is going to be Alexis flashing out, spotting 2 towards that shed, and it's just going back and forth. We still have a 3 versus 3, but we are committing inside the site. We cannot stop Alexis so far, and finally flowerful does so. A 2v2, the last 2 to flank back towards the hookah side, but we are going to calm things down finally.
Oh, if flowerful peeks spawn here and doesn't see another player, they're going to have a good idea that this should be a double flank.
Yeah.
And the possibility of crossing through to get to spawn?
Definitely doable.
Back towards A. Yeah, really doable.
30 seconds
If
left.
they want to play it safe, they could even put the Poison Cloud onto their ground or just walking across instead. This could be anything on the timing. No, they're walking back into the site. They're walking back as flowerful gets spotted, and that's it. With 20 seconds left on the clock, the spike is down, and Jazzy gets the last kill. Oh. What do you think about that decision now, Christine? I mean, we know because we're actually looking at it from a third eye, from a bird's eye view, but you having your IGL experiences would have been the call.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very clear that the option was probably gonna go through in all of these ladies' heads. I think it's pretty clear when you peek spawn and you don't see someone, the rotations are gonna be through the flank. But again, they could have just wanted to plant for spawn and play the post plant, right? They've got some buy time. They've got the Astral Orbs. Not really sure exactly what the comms were there, but Diana, she's going in on the Bucky.
It's not often that we see a Bucky come into play, but at least they get this U control. They even get site control. They're also going to get be able to get the plant. Yeah.
No peek. No.
Okay, well, at least she gets a little bit of a dink, a little bit of a damage, still trying to create the space, but little does she know that you still have Mel on the top of the A heaven side, and she's the one that gets the kill into Han. The showstopper, but close range, Diane still wins it. She does more damage. She does more damage towards the spawn side. You have now Katsumi at 17 HP. She's done her job. You're happy with that, and now we TP towards the B side. The Seekers to come out from the defender side of Alexis. Now they know the rotation's back towards the B site, but there's still two Seekers heading towards short and showers, so they don't know how many players are actually spotted inside B. For Cloud9 White, it's two in there, and Cosmic Divides. Little chopsticks on that mini-map that are crossing over here on that map, and it's going to be Cloud9 White trying to take the position.
Whoa!
No
just
way.
gets clotheslined by Panini. Alexis, she's in the site. Both Cloud9 members are here, but Hunter's Fury will stop the defuse. 2v2, there's the tap.
Well done. This is going to be winnable, especially Katsumi committed now going towards long B, and, you know, there's no time left on the timer. At least she does some econ damage is good enough. The spike might even go out to take down Panini unless she goes into the teleporter. She makes it just in the nick of time with 5 HP remaining, and that was actually really nice. We thought that it was pretty much over there for the life of Diana inside the spawn side in pipes, but man, oh man, did she dance around everything.
What is that rocket though? Come on, that's not fair. I feel bad for Jazzy, right? I mean, that Diana should be dead there, okay? She should have been wiped out by the showstopper, but she survives with 20 HP in the skin of her teeth, just completely disrupting the rotations, doing so much damage. And that's another round on the board for Shopify. That's exactly what they needed. Look at the money for Cloud9. Alexis is going to take a duel down. Oh, that's a beautiful pickup.
And it seems as though we're like half expecting it there for Shopify Rebellion, because we had It Not Han holding all the way back towards spawn side, expecting for that to happen. When a flash comes around the corner, Diane didn't have her weapon out. She only had the boom bot getting ready to drop it down. So a nice change of pace of Cloud9 on aggression somewhere else across the map that unfortunately catches Shopify Rebellion off guard.
Yeah, it seems like anytime Cloud9 are feeling the pressure, feeling a little bit like they're losing the sights too much, they just immediately go proactive and round right after.
Yeah. Something to think about here in the eyes and the IGL of KP with Shopify Rebellion. A little bit of utility being used by Astra and also retaliated by Jazzykins and by Alexis. We might still try to look for some early map control or a TP back into the A site. The op right now for Shopify Rebellion to go for this TP into A, but all three of them are working together towards short A side. Will they TP
Mel,
again?
She's still got the mollies.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very wide swing coming through from Mel there.
18 seconds left.
Uncharacteristic. I think they're going to get the spike down here, Vance.
They have to. They have to. Thankfully, Annie Jo, well, no, I was going to say thankfully she only has a sheriff, but that's good enough as she gets the second kill after flowerful, and that is even a spike plant denied, where the economy was finally starting to get pretty low for Cloud9 White, where potentially they could have gone to a save because you only had Annie Jo with a sheriff. They still managed to find something into the round to capitalize for Cloud9 White.
Man, that's both swing rounds that Shopify have lost, and Cloud9
One enemy remaining.
Just the proactiveness, right? Just the sheer aggression, pre-taking on the tap, not even allowing the spike to go down. That's gotta burn.
Unfortunately, it will. So we're going to have to go with a hero buy, one rifle. It's going to be a Vandal for Panini. Looking for that early showers aggression, as we talked about before, but aEvilcat this time, she stands her ground and she gets the kill. And you see the positioning, Christine. You already had two getting ready for the teleporter pinch.
Yeah, they're always ready, fans. They're always ready. Oh, crispy shot coming out from Annie, and she's just letting the ladies know, hey, back it up. This is my showers.
I do like the slight modifications coming out for Shopify Rebellions, though, because they think usually that the shower is given, so once you take that, the pinch comes in again, but they put the star onto the ground, so you can have a gravity well just in case the pressure comes in and it can fight back. But when aEvilcat decides this time, instead of getting an operator and fighting with the Vandal, it's going to be a little bit harder to take that shower's control.
Yeah, Katsumi's got a really nice headshot angle here. Ooh. Oh, but KP, what a response.
So only one inside the site, but the flash goes too deep. They didn't clear towards the B cubby. And Jazikin, unfortunately, will, again, prevent Shopify Rebellion from getting another plant into any of these sites. So last round into the half. Right now, Christine, we could potentially see another 10-2, but at least finally, you should have a decent economy right now for the attacker side for the last round of the half.
Yeah, you know, I know it's just only one round. It's just one round, but a 10-2 sounds so much different than a 3-9 or a 9-3. So for Shopify Rebellion's sake, I hope that they're able to convert this one. You know, this first half has been a lot closer than this score is indicating. For these ladies, this last round means everything. Diana, a lot of aggression here from Shower from the start.
They definitely want this orb. So pushing a lot of players now towards the shower side. Diana picks up that orb, now has a showstopper ready. A triple push once again here. A showstopper. It's the same round again. The showstopper this time though from Jazikin's on short. But this time we're not pushing out from shower side on the attacker side. We're falling all the way back. The Seekers to come out. And now we're trying to spray through the smoke. Can we get any kills? Not even any damage. Cloud9 White runs out unscathed as the boombot comes out from Diana to try to get some information. And there comes the showstopper on the attack. A gravity well just to keep her in her tracks. She does get a kill, but there's two more to mow down Shopify Rebellion as we only have Panini and KP looking to rotate back towards the B site.
Panini's, she's got to be good for this entry. Mel has been such a stud anchoring down these sites, but if she's able to get this one, potentially the site will be open for business. Mel is slowing everything down though. Oh, that tag!
Oh!
What a shot though! It's all down to Panini. Just the one. And she just spotted Alexis. She 100% spotted Alexis.
She also got spotted too, though. Thankfully, she didn't get wall banged. And Alexis just trying to run that clock down so her teammate can rotate from spawn side. Here comes that double flash to peak. Panini trying to stay alive, but unfortunately, that's not enough for another time. Unfortunately, there's no 9-3 curse. It's going to be Cloud9 taking another 10-2 into the half.
Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens in the next half right after this break. I mean, 10-2 again. I don't know what to say, Vance.
Well, we'll take our time to recollect our thoughts here, and coming in and back from the break, we'll break it down in that first half, and hopefully here for Shopify Rebellion, they can come back on the second half of Bind. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If there was any indication of how that first half and then to the second half, how it went for Shopify Rebellion on the first map of Haven, we're hoping here that on Bind, Shopify Rebellion will have a better chance here on their defense to narrow down that gap once again against Cloud9 White. But Cloud9 White, they seem to always be 2 steps ahead so far, Christine.
Looks like this is going to be a B default as well, Vans, and there's only 2 defenders to start off from the beginning here. No pressure towards this top octagon. That information should come through for Cloud9 White, and yeah, Katsumi, she's already up close and personal.
And 4 players out of 5 from Cloud9 just hanging up here, or hanging out, sorry, towards that orb. And that poison cloud that comes back on that defense to just try to slow things down. At least they capitalize on an orb right now. Mel's going to be the one that's going to be lurking back towards the sands. We have that little bit of that wall to try to get control onto the triple if they want to.
Oh, Jazikins definitely has a good idea that Astra crossed to the left. Oh!
Touchdown.
Wait, she saw that it was Astra in hookah. If those comms come through, they should have a good idea. Yep, and the stun comes through, but a beautiful classic burst in the face of Katsumi, and Panini does go down, is traded out, and there's only 2 members of Shopify left.
Spike now lands onto the ground, and the clock is ticking. KP at the elbow, but blinded by Alexis towards long. The pinch coming in from Hookah at the same time as It Not Han is now going to be on her own. She knows exactly the 3 players now as they all peeked in one by one, and all Cloud9 White needs to do now is just wait for the timing and go for the triple swing. As soon as It Not Han lands down, there's the first kill. There's that second swing. She does get the second kill though. 34 HP. Jazzikins has to play the clock as It Not Han is creeping up towards the site. Inside the tube, lands the headshot for a 4K and the clutch to make it now that pistol round much needed once again for Shopify Rebellion in their favor.
Oh man, the sub, the hero coming through. 6th man, oh my goodness, what a clutch, and right in the nick of time as well. I mean, Cloud9 White had such good control. You know, Jazzikins, paint shells, the Astro Orb coming through, flowerful. It's just so much pain coming through, even the stun. But Panini had a good response. And yeah, It Not Han, 1v3. What a hero!
Yeah, that was a nice little flick there too on that kill. And, you know, just before all this chaos happened towards this retake from It Not Han, sometimes with that right click from a classic, as a spectator, you love it. But as a player, it's the good old take it out of the game. Al drone to come out to
you're
start
a
things up.
1.6 player, Vans.
I
love that
am.
burst. You love the jumping burst. Come on.
It doesn't do that much damage though. You remember back in the day when we were trying to do a halfway long A into the site? It doesn't do that much damage compared to that. But nonetheless, Cloud9 White, they go for the force buy off angle from Mel, capitalizes on the win against It Not Han, but at least at 21 HP. Pink shells to come out as Diana does the same thing. Drive-bys after drive-bys. It is going to be flashes coming out.
So low, Vans.
Yeah, super low right now is going to be Annie Dro, and they're going to tuck their tail back and move back towards this B site, but who's waiting there? It's not Mel, but it's another type of Viper that could do everything that she needs to slow things down, because she has the wall. Flowerful also has a snake bite just to calm things down.
Yeah, the Astro Orb was just recently placed a little early on the suck there, but either way, Flowerful's in a prime position, and Cloud9 White, they're just going to slow it down at the moment. 30 seconds left on the clock, though. And 2 defenders in Shopify Rebellion are here in the site.
Waiting for that recon dart from Annie Dro potentially to clear the site. They have a guided light to work with at the same time. Actually, they're just going to try to walk in and surprise their opponents instead. Flowerful in the corner. Oh, the first kill immediately gets traded out. And that actually powers up the Seekers. This is huge right now. So the plant's going to come down. They hear their shots at the same time. The recon dart as well to reposition themselves. Just unfortunately here, for the last 2 players, they're low on HP for Annie Jo and Alexis. Recon dart getting ready.
Potentially a spam?
Oh yeah, it's going to happen after this recon. It pings one out. There comes the spray, but Panini retaliates inside the smoke. Alexis with 2 guided lights actually. There's the first kill. Looks back towards that right. The flick then onto Panini and gets the clutch there. It's clutch after clutch, but this time for Cloud9 White, as it's 11-3 for them now.
What a bird! What a flash! I was so worried. I was so worried the fact that Alexis had that bird out in her hands instead of having the gun out. She couldn't spam with her teammate. Her teammate in turn gets spammed because she's trying to spam. But either way, Alexis, calm, cool, and collected. She knew exactly what needed to be done. Perfect blind, perfect 1v2, and that's a force buy win.
Oh yeah. If I was production right now, I still don't know what to choose as my aim-lap flick of the day, if anything, because the first clutch that we had from It Not Han, now the second one coming in from the defender of Cloud9 White on that clutch with Alexis, I don't know who it should go to. Nonetheless, the economy has dwindled once again for Shopify Rebellion, and they're just looking to play behind the attacker's toxic screen on this right side of A site.
Mel really thought that Diana was up top there. Didn't want to deal with any sort of those kinds of shenanigans. Definitely clears out that area, and just a short A default. They really want to bait out this Astro Orb before anything else.
Exactly. They've done good so far, at least to waste down that utility just for a bit. And Cloud9 White looking to reassess towards showers, but Diana is waiting here with this Marshall. Nice little Trailblazer. It's going to force Diana out of position, but still lands a nice little head on to Mel. but then it gets retaliated right away. A wall bang from the Spectre. It not Han with the Seekers to come out. Panini trying to play close range with the Sheriff. And they at least maintain the Showers control on the defender's side, but they're losing a little bit more on the short A.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and Panini kind of gets bullied off that angle as well, and that's huge for Katsumi. That should be the sight for these ladies. Panini also goes down. It not haunt, that's good damage, but she's just kind of stuck on an old lone island. She's got to wait for flowerful to catch up with her.
Destroyed.
Ooh. And with that guided light that gets... Oh, at least her second one came out right away. That's going to push Jazikins away back towards U-Haul. But it's actually 3 players setting up in pocket in U-Haul. It's going to be very difficult right now. You have to be on point with your shots. They did get the dink to start things off, but it's just too much. Cloud9 White overpowers the site on the pulse plan, and they're now at series point.
Oh, man. Just looking clean, looking good, and once again, we're in a balling with the budget, let's say, here for Shopify Rebellion. They're absolutely balling with the budget. We're seeing some Bulldogs, some Spectres, and no ults online here. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one for Shopify Rebellion. Maybe they can take a page out of Cloud9's book, do some sort of shower crunch, do the TP.
And you should expect it right now, right? Because Alexis only has 1 orb away to be able to pick this orb and get Seekers, which would be crucial right now for C9 White to just explode into the A site. There she goes to pick it up. No pinch coming in from Shopify Rebellion, but it's still a nice little default for Cloud9. That spike was down towards market, and we're just trying to feel out where Shopify Rebellion are playing. Knowing that they're lower on economy, where are the positioning right now, right?
Absolutely. Katsumi. Oh, that blind did not get her. This sort of lull. Okay, well, jig is up. Shopify Rebellion no now. But Katsumi's just kind of biding her time. Poking and prodding.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise there to get a little dink onto Katsumi as that forces her out of her tracks from showers. But looking at this so far, Jazikin is just going to get ready to do what she does best, potentially the double satchel charge into this B site with the Phantom, following just behind the Seekers right after, and this is really going to overpower Flowerful. NKP was playing towards elbow, so she's on her own. She's on a deserted island right now. There's that first flash. Oh, it flashes her own teammate, but Elise, the trait comes in. She still gets the kill no matter what. She had the support, but Jazikin still gets the kill. Seekers now to come out, and this is looking grim here, Potter.
It is. It not Han does have a flash, and this flank could mean a lot, but Panini, the flanker's getting flanked!
Unfortunate there, and that is now the Spike Planet on a 4v2, all up to KP and it not Han. Your 2 initiators with only a flash to go to get into the site, nothing else to get information. As you do have a double up from Cloud9 into Hookah. Means that only 1 player left inside Hookah, and that's Jazikins with the last 2 kills combined with Alexis, and we do have Cloud9